Oh man, will you look at that? We are in such disarray, right? We got two projects going here. We got the maintenance work on Big Bertha that we're doing. We're getting the C30, and we got to name her, by the way. We got to come up with a name for her. And I got a royal mess because, you know, this is what happens when all your favorite tool companies put specials on when you're an insider or something. And really exciting is over here is a brand new from Eastwood swing arm tire changer to replace the 990 coats, because I'm getting into bigger stuff that I need to be able to do that. And Harbor Freight had these babies on sale right here, so I had to go get one because I didn't have one before, so we got that now. But anyways, we got a mess that we have to deal with. Hi everybody, this is Hubby with Just About Anything Garage, and it is February 2nd, and it's an okay day. It's chilly out here. I want to welcome you to another exciting episode of Behind the Scenes. I think we're at episode 18. And what we're going to do is we're going to chronicle the giant mess that we have here and some of the decisions that we have to make as we're moving forward, because that's what Behind the Scenes about. It's all the stuff that you don't get to see, that isn't generally filmed because it's not necessarily compelling content, but it can be. So we got a lot of things to do, like it's freezing in the shop and we run this little bullet heater here, but we found this on Marketplace, which is a giant gas heater that somebody had in theirs and took down to replace it with a even bigger one that we want to get up and heat the shop. And of course we got to get ceiling pieces up on this, right? Because I got holes where the heat can go up, and we got to get the walls sealed up, and we got to just generally pick up because we got a mess in the shop running all this stuff. So we're gonna do a little behind the scenes of what we got to do and talk about some of the decisions that we have to make. Oh, look at that, I got a giant mess right there. Look at that. That's we're doing maintenances. We've released a couple of them on Big Bertha here, and we got more coming up, and we just replaced the axle seal here, got that all back in. That was a pain in the butt, by the way. And now we're going to put some additional fluid in the rear differential. We were going to drain it, but the oil isn't that bad. I mean, that's really from the axle stuff when it gets down there, and that gets grody. But it's a little dark, but not horrible. Anyways, we're going to go ahead. We're going to start behind the scenes. So get ready. We'll talk about all the things that we need to do and look at some of the stuff that we're doing to let you know that if you decide you want to have a YouTube business where you're showing everybody what you're doing, and or because I flip cars too, right? Some of this is stuff that I keep, some of it is stuff that I turn over rather quickly. You're going to have to consider this too. So we might as well fill you in on what's going on. So hang tight and we'll get down the road on this behind the scenes. Whoa. As you can see, we're back in the freezing cold, all right? So, lots of considerations behind the scenes that need to happen, particularly during the winter, right? Because it's winter time, it's cold. Is your shop set up to handle that? And whereas I can work in the shop because it's covered, right? It's really, really cold, so we have to run the heater in here. But we're gonna go ahead and we're made some decisions. We're gonna make some changes to help that. We had this little heater up there, and that's really just meant for spring and fall time to take the chill off. But then what we did is we went off and we found this big baby right here. It's a big gas heater. Should heat the whole shop without any problem. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna install that and put that up, because my decision for the channel was I want to run it full time. I don't want to stop during the winter or anything and do that. The best way to do that is just go ahead and configure to make sure that things happen. The other thing that we're going to do is, for a long time since we moved in here, and we've only been here about 2 years, we got holes, right? They never finished their shop. They started to put insulation up, and some of the insulation's coming down, but they never did the walls and stuff. So I've already set up with regards to that. I've made a decision that we're going to get this thing ready for winter for next year. So when we come in here, it'll still be cool, but when you turn the heat on, excuse me, it'll be comfortable. You can tell winter crud's got me. My wife has a in-home child care, so we got kids in the house all the time. That's a good business, by the way, if you want to do something on the side. But it's be prepared to be ill, because those little germ bags bring it all in. Anyways, so that's some of the considerations you have to do behind the scenes, right? And we've seen the mess that we had. The other thing is tools. What do you get for tools? Well, I started with what I had initially, right? I've had this little big box here. The complement to that is on the other side of Big Bertha, up on the bench, which has all my Craftsman tools. And I buy medium range tools. I generally don't get the top end. And the reason for that is I'm not going to be a professional. I'm not a professional. I'm not going to replace stuff, but I do get some of the specialty stuff that I need. So my philosophy is get the tool that you need, but buy it to the quality level that you can use it. I got a brake spoon so that I could do brakes, do the adjustments on the brakes that are easier. It was a cheap tool. It was easy to get. We made a decision to get the lift, right? We put the lift in because I was going to do major projects, or we're going to do the channel. And my style is I do my projects, I chronicle them for you. Then we go out and we find more things that we want to do for coolness. But I wanted the tools that would be effective, and a lift is a big payback item. It was really, really handy for that. Otherwise, I got like little hand tools. This is off the internet. Amazon did that. This I got at Harbor Freight. I buy a lot of Harbor Freight tools. This is a Harbor Freight Quinn right here for work at Big Bertha. We got the big nut that we need. So we get the specialty stuff, and then we buy to the quality level that we need to go ahead and do that. So let's talk about a couple of the most recent purchases for tools and some of the decisions you make. I have the lift. I do all our personal oil changes, but not as a fixed business, but on occasion I'll do oil changes for other people. I'll do brake jobs for other people. And with respect to that, when Harbor Freight put the oil drain catcher on sale, we went and got it. Why? Because we're going to use it. Another thing is the caddy here for oxyacetylene. I got to redo and get the oxyacetylene tanks for that. But in order to have what you need, because we're going to be doing a lot of this, right? We're going to be doing a lot of metal work. And some of it you want to have precision touch. Some of it you can whack off with a torch. So you want to do that. And then one of the most recent big purchases that we're talking about tool-wise was, first thing I did is I came out and I used Coates 990. It was right, you know, it was like 10 minutes away from me. The guy wanted $200 for it. So we went through it, we used it. And I've done a lot of tires with that Coates. I've done the trailers a couple of times, so I've done many trailer tires on it. I've done some of the Corvette wheels to get some junker tires on it so that we could move it around. And it's been effective. It's older style. It takes a little help sometimes when you need to do it just because of the oil style. But now we're moving into bigger things, right? Plus the fact that I have people saying, hey, you got a tire machine, can you help me out? And I want to be able to do that effectively. So that's why we went and got the Eastwood swing arm, because it was on sale. Now they also just recently put the balancing, the counterpart to this, the tire balancer on, and we're gonna go get that one too. Because all my projects I'm gonna do the tires. And with the 990 Coates, it's kind of limited to about 15 inches. It doesn't handle 16 and above very well. You can make it work on a 16, but you definitely can't do a 17 on it. It just isn't that effective. It's older. They stopped manufacturing those in '64. So we're going to go on and upgrade that because we do that a lot. And then I have got things that I've had for a long time, like this Eastwood glass cabinet. Been very effective, use it for parts. We just got the crane here last year because we got to do the boat stuff and we got to get motors in and out, and it's easier than using the lifter. But that'll be effective, and it wasn't that expensive. They had that on, like, I don't know, for $500. So what I do for tools, my philosophy again is get what you need. Invest the money in the tools, get decent tools, don't get junk tools, but do buy to the level. You're never going to see me with Snap-on. You're never going to see me with Cornwell tools. You're never going to see me with a high-end changer, tire changer, like Chris over at No Sense, no nonsense know-how. Right, got it. On his channel, he, what was it, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, picked up a professional tire changer. Of course, he was a professional mechanic. He found one that was like $700. He went through it, and it works for him. And if you can do that, do that. In a lot of cases, we'll go ahead and do that. We did that with the Coates, right? But in this case, I want to get new so it's established. I'll keep it and maintain it, and we'll go and we'll do that. So those are two of the things that you need to think about behind the scenes when you're doing this, because you get in a situation in winter and you're like, oh, I don't want to do anything, so your channel shuts down. I don't want to shut my channel down, so we just keep plugging away at it. All right, so we'll be back with some more behind the scene actions here to let you know what you got to do, the things that you need to think about, and where to go next. All right, so we'll see you in just a little bit. All right, so a quick update. As you can see, we got the C30 out, which I'm gonna let you guys know, we're naming her Laverne. That's gonna be Laverne, our tow vehicle. Why? Because we just thought it was a Laverne. Anyways, so she's out to get us some room so we can move stuff around. We've moved some of the tools around, as you can see, and we've got the tire changer set up on the stand. It's still on its pallet. I gotta take the bolts off and move it, but I gotta clear the Coach 990 out of there. And then we gotta make sure that we're all set up for this. To do that, it's pretty easy to assemble. You put this on it, you need to put the spring on the shaft, and that's pretty much it. And then the rest is just plug and go. Built-in air hose. It does not have the built-in bead seater, but I got a bead blaster for that, so no big deal. Everything appears to work. That's the bead breaker. Oh, I gotta turn it on. I haven't figured out where the on-off switch is, or I blew a circuit or something, because my table isn't rotating yet or anything, although I have it plugged in. So we'll go and we'll figure that out. We'll be back. We'll give you a show at changing time. But we're getting that behind the scenes stuff, getting this set up. We're going to get this over and out of the way so it can get ready to do that. We're going to get the area clean so we can get everything in and get the projects rolling. But this is some of the stuff you do behind the scenes that doesn't get filmed, all right? So I'm going to wrap everything up with respect to this. We've talked about the different philosophies, the different thinkings, and things that you need to do. And I'll come back to you with one last segment here, and then we'll close the video out there. Just things you need to consider that don't normally get put on the channel if you're going to do a channel. So, all right, guys, we'll catch you in a minute here. Okay, we're back with the wrap-up section here on this behind the scenes. Like we were talking about is tool choices, right? And the other theme was, what are you going to do during the winter? Okay, so the tool choices we talked to, my opinion, of course, was get the best that you can afford. Don't be afraid to get the tools, make the investment, right? We did it with, swapped out and got the new tire machine here, and it's all set up and ready to go. Everything works. This is the brake, the speed breaker pulls the lever in, all that type of stuff. This is the clamp. Clamps the thing like that, and then of course the rotation. Everything's working just fine. Double pedal, one clamps it in, when you lower that and it pulls in. It's got built-in air. It doesn't have the system that'll do the bead. I have my bead breaker. Where are you, bead breaker? Right here. For that, so we're good with that. Is the other thing we did is we cleaned up a little bit down here. We got, of course, the new drain tank for the when we do oil changes. We pulled things more together so we're a little bit tighter here. We got the engine up on the engine stand. This is for the C30 project, which we named her Laverne. So the C30 is Laverne. And what we're going to do is I pop these on from the old yucky ones just to see how they look. But we're going to pull those off. We're going to pull everything off. We're going to blow it apart because it's a brand new motor, right? But it's been sitting for 15, 20 years. I've never used it. It's been a crate. So what we're going to do is just make sure everything's good. We still got crosshatch. We don't have any rust or anything like that. And I think we'll be fine. We'll pull that off. I got to fix two things on this already. Was when that came off, this bolt here broke, so it's in the head. We got to fix that. And I must have cross-threaded when I did the stand, which is up there. It was on that stand up there. And I got a bolt stuck right here, so I'm going to have to drill that out and get it easy out and pull it out. But otherwise, we're all set and we're ready and we're good to go. So let's go ahead and we'll wrap this up here. We got, of course, nailed with that storm that came across. Look at this mess. Oh, it's horrible. Poor Laverne's stuck. She's I have to wait till it warms up a little bit to get her back in, or pop a chain on her with the Suburban and pull her out because she's stuck right there. But the plow gate came and plowed and did a horrible job because we had a wintry wet mix, and it's just nasty out. Anyways, that's where we are, guys. I'm going to wrap up this behind the scenes. We'll have another one when the wheel balancer comes in. They just got a call from the freight company. They're going to deliver it Thursday, and we'll just do a quick update on that when it comes in. We'll have our tire stations all set up over here and ready to go. It's going to go right here in front of this water and sewer connection. Make sure you got plenty of space. We'll hit the wheel balancers and the wheel machines over here, and we'll be good. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. We'll be back at you with some more exciting stuff. We're still trying to get the seal worked out for the for Big Bertha. I think I found one. I'm waiting for it to be delivered. It won't be delivered until middle of March. So we're going to check a couple other places and see if we can't speed that up and get this hub over here and this wheel all taken care of. Again, thanks a lot. We'll catch you guys later.